Hey, you guys. All right, you're going to get these little diamonds here on today's worksheet. And basically, what you want to do is you want to find what factors multiply to 36 and add to 15. So, again, one more time. I want to go through all the factors of 36 and figure out which two factors multiply to 36 and add to 15. So, we're going to multiply up here, we're going to add to here. So, I listed all the factors. And you have to write it down, write it down. If you can do them in your head, great. So I want to go through all of these multiply to 36, but now I can figure out which ones add to 15. Well, it's got to be 3 and 12. 3 plus 12 is 15. So these are the two factors that are going to multiply to 36, and they're going to add to 15. All right, next one. What are the factors of 70 that, again, multiply to 70, but add to 17? So if I go through my list of factors here, these all multiply to 70, but which ones add to 17? Yeah, 7 and 10. So those are the two factors that make this true. Times to 70, add to 17. All right, now they're going to throw in negatives. So I got to find my factors that multiply to negative 56, but add to negative 1. So if it's a negative, I got to know that one's going to be a negative and one's going to be a positive. So you got to be careful here. One of these are going to be a negative. So if I look, my negative 1, that means for this to be a negative answer when I add them together, these are going to, the bigger ones are going to have to be negative. So if I take 8, negative 8, plus 7, that's my negative 1 right there. And negative 8 times 7, that's negative 56. So those are the two factors that multiply to negative 56 and add to negative 1. All right? It's a little bit tricky. So let's look at negative 20 now. What multiplies to negative 20? So I listed all the factors of 20, but add to positive 8 now. So for one of them has to be negative. So if I look, now my smaller numbers are going to be negative because when I add them together, I want to get a positive. So my bigger number has to be positive. So these are all going to be negative. So if I add them up, which one adds to 8? Right there. Negative 2 and 10. So if you kind of look here, if this top number is positive, then it's fairly easy. And you just add them up. If this top number is negative, well, now I have to subtract. I have to subtract these. So do you see how I got negative 20? Well, I have to subtract to get the 8, which is 10 minus 2. And my 10 has to be, my larger number has to be positive. All right. One more here. All right, now this is positive 12. So I wrote all my factors of 12. And since it's positive, I know I'm going to have to add them up. And they're going to have to add to negative 7, though. So this, there's no way that can add to 7. And 6 and 2. But if I look, what's 3 and 4? Well, that's 7. But to make it a negative, they both have to be negative. And remember, a negative times a negative does give me that positive. So again, if this is positive, I add them up. If it's negative, I'm going to have to end up subtracting them to get this number right here. All right, so on some of the last few problems, they're going to, instead of giving you these two, they're going to give you a 6 here. Well, use what you know. I have to multiply these two to get up here. I got to multiply to here. I have to add to here. So what multiplies to negative 12? Well, 6 times negative 2. And if I add them, I'm going to get a positive 4. All right. So negative 6 and 2, or 6 plus negative 2 adds up to 4 and multiplies to negative 12. All right. Hopefully that helps. Good luck tomorrow. Have a good day, you guys.